good soup.
But yeah, you had to see you would think I would have like dived headfirst into a swimming pool. It was just covered in sake.
Never had sake.
It's not bad, but these guys, like, it wasn't my birthday, and everyone just, like, oh, it's his birthday, it's his birthday. So the chefs just came, 3 bottles of sake in my fucking mouth for, like, 20 seconds. And everyone's like, birthday boy, look, it's not my birthday! And they just fucking just shove it down my throat. I'm trying to chug my mouth open, like, opening up my throat, getting fucking, like, it was absurd. And not just once, because usually, quick little squirt, go around a table. These guys are dead set on just getting everybody fucking annihilated, and they succeeded.
I puked when I got home.
I went to the bathroom like 8 times, not because I had to go to the bathroom, but just like I knew I was coming up next on the sake line. I'm like, I need a break, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
strategic.
But then once I got back, pointed me out right away.
They knew.
Yeah,
they didn't let up.
They're like, you're queued up for 3 rounds here, buddy.
Yeah.
I went 2 for 2. You know how they cut like a little piece of like chicken or like broccoli and they'll throw it off the thing?
I've never had hibachi.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm a big Japanese guy.
They flipped.
Love
Go for your
Japanese
birthday.
culture.
Your birthday's coming up.
They
so.
flipped like the broccoli.
No,
had to catch it.
Not after these stories. Are you kidding me? My actual birthday?
Yeah.
That'd be a disaster.
Let's go.
If we could say it's your birthday, I'll go.
Fine.
Done.
It was a lot of fun though. I'll go back. And
Sign
then
me up.
Friday night we're driving, and do you know how to change? Do you know how to change a tire? Not after the sake place. That was Saturday. But do you know how to change a tire?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Nash confirmed does not know how.
Well, I kind of helped that. Is this on?
Yeah. Yeah, mics are on. Test.
Oh, hello. Well, time out. You did the brute of it. You did the labor.
Yeah.
I told you what to do.
Who got the nuts out?
I did.
The lugs,
He
right?
says car. We're driving, and all of a sudden on his dash it says low tire pressure. So we go to my house. I'm like, oh, you have a donut? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. Move aside. Let Daddy take care of this.
Would you lift the car up with one hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just rip the tire out. See, I'm gonna loosen them up with my wrists. No, it's I definitely didn't know how to change a tire when we got that flat at Six Flags. It's me, Teddy, and our friend Joe.
Mm.
That was a disaster. That's a story for a whole nother podcast. Like, that's a 30 for 30.
I was feeling like nothing is like more like kind of like, I guess, just like satisfying. Just like the manly guy, like, yeah, hand me that wrench over there.
Yeah.
I'm jacking it off. Doing it. It's all right. Give me the donut. Putting it in.
Got grease all over you from nothing.
Shirt off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want grease. Smoking like fucking.
All of a sudden you have tattoos.
Yeah. Smoking like 10 cigarettes.
Yeah.
You only
Hand me a beer. Like, I'm ready.
another cigarette, quick.
Yeah.
He has no shirt on, but yet he has a name tag. I don't know how.
Like, yeah, you're gonna want to take it easy on the way home. Watch your turns, and keep it slow. Keep your hazards on, and that'll be $250.
Yeah, I bought a Michelob Ultras.
Yeah, bought me some beers.
We were even.
That's a fair trade.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerd Soup Podcast. I am Bo Oliver, joined today by Aaron, the Nerd Soup Mechanic, and Nash. Nash, your birthday's coming up. Going for sake bombs.
Apparently.
It tastes like wine, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm a big wine guy, so.
Asian wine.
Ooh.
White.
Yeah, and we're back today to talk about movies, TV, video games, all the major stories in the world of things that we enjoy and watch, and that you guys watch at home. And you can listen to us on SoundCloud at the Nerd Soup Podcast, except for the last one, because we haven't uploaded it yet.
Why didn't you do that?
I don't know. And also Spotify.
People mess with on iTunes. Like, I don't know.
People, they get mad about Spotify, too.
Yeah.
Spotify people are very privileged.
Well, I mean, when you promote a podcast and say it's on these services and you don't put it up.
You know what it is, too? Spotify, you can listen to when you're doing anything. So they want to listen to us.
Spotify is that's a big one to have. I actually
really
just
wanna
got
listen to us.
Spotify 3 months for like 99 cents. It's not bad,
They're
right?
good. When I was going to college, they had student discounts and stuff. So
Apple Music sucks.
yeah, it sucked.
It's always fucking glitching, and sometimes I'll download an album and it says I haven't downloaded it, so I'll do it again, and then I have the album twice. It's ridiculous. But yeah, nerdsuit4u@gmail.com. Send us your fan questions at nerdsuit4u on Twitter. NerdSuitMonkey, Anthony JQ Nash. So yeah, let's get right into our first story.
Over 1,000, by the way.
Over 1,000, right?
Over 1,000.
What is?
Oh yeah,
Is
because
the light on? I can't fucking see.
Over 1,000. Shout out Brando.
You
Gave
gotta
him the
plug it
shirt. Congratulations.
Brando was very gracious.
He was.
Yes.
Does that count as an
it's very
autograph?
cool.
That counts.
Because he's counting it as two.
I'm counting it as an autograph.
And like,
yeah.
when you made it a giveaway though. Like, it's different.
He won it. So it's more of like me signing something that he won. So yeah, it's an autograph.
I'd count it. Yes.
Really?
Two.
All right.
Yeah, because if you're in a position to
So
give...
I'm going to start giving away shit and I'll have 10 by the end of the week. It doesn't work like that.
No, it does, because not a lot of people are in a position to give away things and also sign an autograph. If somebody wants an autograph, then it's an autograph. If I went up to a stranger in the street and said, "You want my autograph?" they're going to say no. But if I said to one of my Twitter followers, "You want an autograph?" one of them might say yes. So
Yeah.
of course.
It's a whole bunch of people saying that they want our autographs.
It's
too,
about the want.
So, yeah.
People are saying that?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Everybody was since I'm over 1,000.
Did you
now.
see trending yesterday? It was trending 18.
Really?
Yeah, Nash autograph.
Yeah.
I hate trending. Because I think I said this before, but like yesterday it was like Lil Nas' ex is over party, whatever. So I'm like, oh, like what did he do?
He got canceled?
I don't know. I clicked it and I couldn't find anything. Everyone was just saying like you guys are being stupid for canceling him. So I'm like, oh, well, I just want to know what he what happened. That's everything. Every trending topic, you'll click someone, and then you'll try to find out why he's trending. It's just people talking about why he's trending, or whoever it is that's trending, without actually giving you the reason why.
That's the Patton Oswalt experiment that he did a couple years ago when he was apologizing on Twitter for jokes that he never made. Mm-hmm. He's like, I want to apologize to the Muslim community for the joke that I made previously, and would also like to apologize to the Christian community. But he never made any jokes. He was just making apologies. And everybody was like, how dare you say that? They were all mad at him.
That's actually genius.
Yeah. He was apologizing to like every community. It's like the LGBT community. I'm very sorry. I was wasted and I didn't know what I was saying.
And didn't say anything.
No, but he never made any remarks.
Genius.
And then everybody was attacking him. What's wrong with Patton Oswalt? Genius.
That is genius.
Very underrated comedian. But yeah, let's go to the first story here. We have news about Spider-Man, a possible Spider-Man Venom team-up movie. So what this tells me is that the MCU, Kevin Feige, they're like, yeah, you made a lot of money, so let's move that bad boy over to us.
I get so confused every time like Sony and Marvel MCU is discussed, because it's still just it's mind-boggling to me. Just how like
it's very nebulous. It can go from they could bring Venom into one of these movies, and then they can make the decision to just take him away. I feel like on a whim they can change their mind, because that's how Sony operates.
Well,
remember those Sony email leaks? It's embarrassing.
Well, they have like the other characters too they're making movies of, like Morbius, right?
Yeah, they have Morbius, they have Silver Sable, I think they're doing Black Cat, but they want to do all these movies. Initially it was without Spider-Man, but now they're saying, well, Feige said it's in Sony's court.
Well, I think the Sony person was talking about, I think she was saying how...
Well, was it Amy Pascal?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I believe she was saying something along the lines of, we want to keep it like open-ended, just so like maybe
exactly
one day we can incorporate these characters.
Maybe. Well, the way that they're telling these stories with Venom, I guess is the only one they have so far. That could be in the MCU.
Well, even with like from the Spider-Man Homecoming trailers, when they're talking about like the different multiverses, so they can establish their own character and still connect it through those means as well.
But they very much made Venom a hero in that movie. Mm-hmm. He's not a villain.
Are they going to have both THs in? TH squared?
I think so, yeah. You get a little TH squared, and that's awesome. I mean, he just faced off against Gyllenhaal, put him up against Tom Hardy, and he is the best Spider-Man, Tom Holland.
Yeah, because I was reading something where they were questioning if it's going to be Tom Holland or not.
That's a lukewarm take.
What's that? I missed it.
Tom Holland's the best Spider-Man. I like him too. I'm just saying, there's a lot of Tobey Maguire fans out there.
I feel like that's a very loud minority.
Yeah, I like Tobey.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's like 50, but I
love that line in Spider-Man 2. He's just a kid. That actor is, I think, younger than Tobey Maguire. You know that scene when they take off his mask in the train and they're all carrying him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And somebody says, "Oh, he's just a kid," and that actor is just younger.
Really?
Tobey Maguire is like 28 in high school. It's ridiculous. But the idea of a crossover, the powers don't make sense because Venom initially got his powers. The symbiote takes control of Spider-Man and then mimics Spider-Man's powers. But in the Venom movie, he's just Spider-Man. I guess they can retcon that. They could say, oh, maybe he did come in contact with Spider-Man. I don't know.
The king of debunking movies, man. Or movie ideas.
Me?
Like what you did with yesterday.
Which
if
one?
The Beatles never existed, that no music would be made to that point.
I almost got into an argument with my brother-in-law because he hates the Beatles. He's like, I think music would have been fine.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have to like someone to realize that they've made an impact and inspired other artists to make music.
Yeah, Aaron hates me, but I just sign autographs left and right. I'm making an impact on the YouTube community.
See,
and
you just
you also
my,
disagree.
you made my
don't
point
you
and
dare.
You compared it to something so irrelevant just to gas yourself up.
And to the
it works.
Beatles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the Beatles.
I'll give you that.
I'm like the Beatles.
Well,
You're the Beatles of giving autographs.
Yeah.
What's that Family Guy joke of Brian when he says, "I don't"?
He said when John Lennon
Oh, yeah.
compared to the Beatles, he said the Beatles were bigger than Jesus. He's like, I used to think he was pretentious for saying that, but, I get it now. It's when he writes a self-help book.
Yeah.
It's number 4 on
Did I
Amazon.
make that joke or you when we got like 100,000 subscribers?
You did. Yeah. That was definitely you.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Family Guys, man.
Yeah.
When he's trying to apologize, it's to Stewie at the end. He's like, I'm very sorry you weren't capable of handling all the tasks I needed you to perform. Yeah, but this Spider-Man Venom movie is, we all want it. We got a taste of it in Spider-Man 3.
No, we both didn't. We didn't like. I know I didn't like it. You didn't like it either, right?
No, I like Venom.
Okay.
I
like the character. I thought the movie was kind of lacking.
Yeah, it definitely could have been better. I think I would give it. It kind of sits at like a 5.5 to a 6 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's that bad because Venom himself and Tom Hardy, they were both great. Well, I guess he does play both sides of the personality there. That dynamic was great, but it was very formulaic, all by the numbers. Alien invasion, Riz Ahmed. Wow, I'm starting to remember this movie. Great actor, terrible performance. Not really a performance, but that character was terrible.
Yeah, the character was awful.
But the tone very much fits the MCU. It's lighthearted at times. It wasn't as graphic
Imagine
as.
having Michelle Williams and just be like, "Hey, do nothing all movie."
Yeah, she kind of did do nothing. She was looking good as Lady Venom, though. That was
Like
weird.
Lady-
That was a
That's all that
weird.
really counts.
You like Lady Venom?
I'm a big Lady Venom guy.
That gets you rocks off. I couldn't get into that movie. I tried
Did you watch
watching
it?
I tried watching it twice, and I was like, oh, this kind of sucks.
Okay, so you stopped watching the first time and went back.
And couldn't finish it the
Okay,
second time.
I respect that. You
Well,
went
the first time I tried watching it on the plane home from Dominican Republic,
back. Okay,
and
that seems like a great plane movie.
Yeah,
I just
toss on Venom.
it was like 40 minutes in. I'm like, this kind of sucks. And then I turned on like an hour and a half of Arthur, the cartoon. So that's how you can see how much I like that movie. So
Wait, they had Arthur on the plane?
yeah, through the fly, the Y fly.
How could you watch Arthur on a plane?
There was nothing else.
There was no other movies?
There was another movie was on
What airline did you fly?
Delta.
Yeah. makes sense.
Really?
Yeah.
When I flew to Utah, they had The Martian, so that was pretty dope.
Usually when I fly Delta, they've got the whole selection.
I don't know, maybe because I couldn't get through to the Wi-Fi or something, but they only had. Well, I guess I did because I was connected, and I got to Arthur.
I think
I watched like
the
4
Godfather.
episodes of it. So.
Godfather's an awesome plane movie, just because there's never a time where I want to sit down and commit 3+ hours to
Now,
that.
why is that?
No, I like the movie, but it's something you can't just like toss on and watch. Like Goodfellas, I could toss on and like not watch. Like I can watch it in pieces, half hour here, half hour there. Whenever it's on, I'll watch it. Godfather, I feel like I have to watch start to finish, and it's like 10 o'clock. I don't want to watch a fucking 3-hour movie. But when you're on a plane with literally nothing else to do, it's just perfect.
That's why I kind of want to fly to Japan. Not to visit Japan, but to see what movies I would watch. I need to commit to season 3 of The Sopranos. Need to finish it, so I'm going to fly to Japan.
I know
Finish that.
I'm the king of getting sidetracked, but we're kind of on the subject. $1,500. You taking that money for the switch seats?
Well, Cam Newton,
Yeah.
Cam Newton offered
He was on his
a
way
fellow
home.
passenger $1,500 because his seat had extra leg room, and the guy said no.
Why? I guess
I
leg
mean, it
room.
depends. All right, how long is the flight?
How well? Yeah,
It was from France to North Carolina.
That's what, like
11
that's
hours.
got to be yeah.
And now, was the Cam's leg room, was it adequate?
He was in like a. So what happened was he missed his first flight.
Okay.
So he already had an expensive seat, missed his first flight, and then had to take on like a just normal people plane. And
So I'm saying, like, Cam Newton, shouldn't he have, like, first class?
you would think so. The guy makes $25 million a year,
But
but
I guess he just missed the flight.
yeah,
and there
he
was
missed
no
his first
class.
flight,
Yeah.
and then he tried to offer $1,500 to switch seats.
I would take it because I'm a pushover. If it was some random rich guy that I never met or wasn't famous, but it was rich and offered me that money, I'd be like, yeah. But if it was Cam Newton walking
He's
up
one of
to
my
me,
favorite athletes, so I probably would have been like, sure, Mr. Newton, keep your money.
I would have been like, can I have an
Can
autograph?
Can I have
no.
one of your fresh fedoras?
I'm
I'll
bargaining.
take
with
one
it.
of those.
I'm bargaining.
Can
Yo,
you
give me 2 at least. I'm not talking anything more than less than that.
No.
So-
Well, yeah, you could probably get more than that.
Did
I'd
he
be
know
like,
it was Cam Newton? Or so if it was a random person I didn't know and offered me $1,500, I got to see his legroom first, because if I'm,
Oh, he was crammed.
it was
Cam
a big
Newton's
guy,
like-
because Cam's like he's
Yeah, he's
fucking
huge.
unit.
I'd cram myself for $1,500.
But was this guy who he's switching with? Was he a big guy also?
That you couldn't
Yeah.
see. It was kind of like from the back angle of like.
Because I
a
figured
seat.
I could.
Who says no to Cam
Yeah.
Newton? He must not.
$1,500, and even if he didn't know Cam Newton is $1,500, and I would say, in my perspective, I could probably like a little bit of legroom for Cam is probably more than enough for me. So I probably would have made the switch.
There's a girl from our town. Just real quick, we'll put an end to the story. But there's a girl from our town that was on a plane with Cam Newton, and a little kid went up to him, and supposedly he was like a monster dick to him. So it's kind of like karma. From
He
what,
seems like a douchebag.
I like Cam. Wasn't rude to me yet, so I'll wait until he yells at me one day, and then I'll.
you
be
have
like,
3 months to get on the podcast, Cam.
Yeah.
If not, I'm not a fan anymore. So, all right, and that's the podcast.
All right, that's our show.
I always wanted to say
let it
that,
be
I'm
known
sorry.
I would take 1,500. Well, Spider-Man: Far From Home looks good. I think we talked about this on the last podcast. The early reactions are saying that it's one of the best Spider-Man movies out there, and Spider-Man movies are starting to pile up here with quality films. Into the Spider-Verse, the Rami, the first two, these two MCU ones. The first Amazing Spider-Man is decent. So Spider-Man is a character that people have been successful with. But let's move on to our next story here. We have Michael B. Jordan possibly starring in The Matrix. Now, there's like no information on what this
is
was.
a reboot, but I don't know if that's a soft reboot. Like, I always get confused with reboots, remakes, and all that kind of stuff, because usually when I hear a reboot, I feel like they're gonna, like, you have to use what you built in the first trilogy, right? Like, that had to have happened in this new one, I would figure.
Yeah, it's. I remember hearing that it would be a prequel with Michael B. Jordan as Morpheus,
Okay.
which is kind of underwhelming because the third Matrix movie is unwatchable. It's that bad. You guys probably don't remember them much.
I remember watching them when they first came. How old were we?
Well, that was 99. It came out Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
And then the 2 and 3 came out in the same year. I think in 2001 or 2002.
It's a wild move, but I think
They did spring, fall.
I liked them. I
2
don't
was
know-
okay.
I don't know if it was just the whole.
1 is awesome.
Yeah.
1 is one of the best sci-fi movies of all time.
I
What they
love
should
1.
do is...
What was the second one? Reloaded.
Yeah, and then the third one's Revolution, right?
Both came out in 2003.
2003, okay.
Return of the King, but you named the movie for 99, so I felt
Marlins, Yankees, World Series.
yeah. 03 was who won the World Series in 03?
Marlins,
That was 04, I thought.
Red Sox.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Thanks for
Yeah.
couldn't
sorry.
just
Sorry.
taking
Sorry.
my word for it.
yeah. I'm sorry.
But I don't know if like what drew me into the other two was just like, oh, it's the Matrix. I'm like, what, 10, 11 years old, and slow motion and all that stuff. So, I mean,
No, it's awesome.
yeah. And the third one, I
What
guess,
it should be is a continuation of the
Yeah.
first one.
I guess the third one's universally hated, right? So, I mean, the Wachowskis, what have they? They've done a couple. They've done some good things. I know they wrote V for Vendetta, so they are good writers.
Yeah, but as of late, they haven't done much.
Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah, Cloud Atlas was one of theirs.
I think Cloud Atlas got pretty decent reviews.
They're kind of out there, man.
Yeah, as directors, they make... And there's also a controversy that they stole the idea of The Matrix. I remember there was a lawsuit of a sci-fi writer, and she had said that she sent them the story, or...
You ever see what Lana looks like though?
Who?
She got like Lana.
Who's Lana?
What is it? Wachowski.
Wachowski?
Wachowski.
I've never known any of their first names.
It's Lana and Lily,
Okay.
and Lana's she got like pink dreads, and I
Yeah,
kind
they're
of like it.
They're eccentric.
Yeah, I kind of like that. And all, people like that always seem to have like the wackiest, wildest ideas, but it's interesting.
Yes, but the eccentric behavior is justified because their art hasn't been that good. That's the Onion article. It's like local artists eccentric, not good enough to be this eccentric.
I mean, yeah, I guess the ideas are there, but
What I want
I
is
like the original one. So
just make a sequel to the original with Keanu Reeves. Just bring him back. Bring back all the gang. Be like the first one happened, and then it took a long fucking time for them to beat Agent Smith.
You can't just retcon.
Yes, you can. It happens all the time.
You're saying this,
X-Men, Terminator does it. They keep failing at it.
but with the same directors. That's something.
Yeah,
where
why not?
You're kind of just admitting that you even though it could be the case that your last two were just shit, and I'm sure they still like those movies and care about them. So
maybe they don't. That's why I don't want them doing it.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like you get somebody better.
How do you feel about Michael B. Jordan being in that role?
That's awesome. I mean, I like Michael B. Jordan, and the role, like the world of the Matrix, that's something you can get real, like, you can do so much with, and I think
that's what the first movie was so promising, right? And then it just went to shit.
And who's going to play Lawrence Fishburne?
Well, that's the thing. If it's a young Morpheus movie,
he's a major role in that movie.
It's.
Well, that's what they were saying.
Lawrence Fishburne's the actor. No one's going to play Lawrence Fishburne.
You know what I meant. I forgot his name in the movie.
Morpheus,
yes.
There was an idea that Michael B. Jordan would play a young Morpheus. So it would be set before he meets Keanu Reeves. And it's kind of... Because Morpheus is kind of the guy who sparks it. And their relationship is supposed to be based on Socrates and Plato. So it's kind of how he discovered how to get out of the Matrix. Because he's the one that's giving everybody the pills to escape. That could be interesting, even though you know that the story overall is disappointing. There's still something there. You can make a cool philosophical action movie based around this character, even though the ending is going to be disappointing. But that's why I would like maybe a prequel and a sequel. Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't take that much to wrap this story up in a satisfying way. That scene when he meets the architect, you guys don't remember that either, right?
It's very. I remember I've seen the first one multiple times, but I remember liking the other two because I was a little kid, and like I said, ooh, look.
Well, the slow motion action is it is cool.
Yeah, everybody and their mother tried to do that.
Yeah, that was huge back in the day. Yeah, I remember every video game was adapting that style in their games, movies, and Zack Snyder was.
You could throw a piece of paper at somebody, someone would be like, ooh, but no, you just get drilled in the head.
Yeah. I remember Jimmy Neutron's dad did it in one episode. He was dodging marshmallows.
Yeah. Well, everyone knew.
Oh, sugar booger.
That's a fucking callback. Yeah. Made me choke on my water.
Yeah, everyone knows the Matrix, so it's definitely a property that I'm not surprised that they're going to revisit. It's going to make money, I would assume, and you got a guy like Michael B. Jordan, and I think. Bring them back. Let the Wachowskis continue what they want, and if it sucks, it sucks. Nothing. I don't care. I'm not like a huge fan of The Matrix, but
I like to see Lisa Joy direct it. That's a name.
Is there like a big Matrix cult out there? Do you think people
not really
going nuts like they can't remake this one?
I had a philosophy teacher who was obsessed with The Matrix, and she made us watch all three. It's part of the curriculum, which was pretty cool.
It's like every time I feel like we get like a movie that, and I guess Terminator, like an example of like. Terminator or those kind of franchises from back in the day that kind of get revisited, and it's always they bring in someone new or a new writer or whatever, and it's always like produced by James Cameron, and it's just not the same. It's just different, and I guess if you can recapture the magic of the first one with a fresh cast, then I think that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, talk about movies that are being revisited. Apparently, Taika Waititi is attached to a Flash Gordon reboot. Even though he just made Flash Gordon a couple years ago, called it Thor Ragnarok.
Haha.
Yeah. It's very similar, man. Thor is essentially Flash Gordon. The colors, the goofy dialogue, the music, the comedy. And Thor Ragnarok is a movie that gets better and better on rewatch. And it's Taika Waititi at his best.
Yeah.
So this is a franchise that people still stand by the original Flash Gordon, even though it is very goofy. People still consider it a good movie. And for the time, it was influential. Obviously, George Lucas always talks about Flash Gordon's influence on Star Wars, just to make a kind of lighthearted, goofy sci-fi epic. So if Taika Waititi wants to do this, he seems to be a director that makes the movies that he wants to make, even when he's working for Marvel.
The only thing I know about Flash Gordon is from Ted.
Same.
So, yeah.
Never seen it.
And it's going to be animated, too, so that's...
I like that, actually. Yeah. That makes me a bit more excited. And he's going to direct the animated movie?
Mm-hmm.
Flash.
He's a king of the universe.
That's all I know.
He's the greatest in the universe. I think he's the quarterback for the Jets, right?
Hell yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Do you know that?
No, I didn't.
He's like a professional quarterback, and they bring him to space to defeat like this space emperor.
Hell yeah. I think Sam Darnold could do that.
Yeah, that's what they say in Ted. I think Tom Brady could do that.
Yeah. That's weird. There's always. I feel like Jets quarterbacks are always better in movies. Yeah, Flash Gordon, the guy from Mr. Deeds. Remember the guy?
Yeah.
When he owns the Jets.
You pay my money.
He puts himself on the team.
No, he's like.
Can you stop playing with that?
Yeah, he's a. I think what is he, a Patriots fan in it or whatever? And he's like, oh, and you own the Jets now. And he meets the quarterback and he uses foul language in front of a woman. So
Oh my god.
Adam Sandler called to dad. No, daddy, no.
No, daddy, no. He starts getting hit. Yeah. Yeah. And
So,
Mr. Deeds punches him in the face.
Never saw Mr. Deeds.
It's not bad.
so funny.
It's actually really funny.
I love that movie. I don't care. That's like, I was going around Twitter. It's like, what's a movie that people hate but you
Your
like?
guilty pleasure.
Yeah. Mr. Deeds makes me fucking die every time I watch it. He just walks in the shower and a guy's soaping his ass. He's sitting there soaping. It's such an Adam Sandler, like, not funny moment, but it cracks me up every time.
Yeah. It really is such an Adam Sandler movie.
Uh,
Bo's favorite.
Yeah.
he thinks it's you. He thinks it's you.
I was watching that new movie, Murder Mystery.
With Jennifer Aniston.
I heard it's
Yeah.
good.
It's not good.
Thanks.
No.
I thought maybe that was
I
a-
wasn't a fan of it. But
What was the movie that they made together a couple of years ago?
Just go with it.
Just Go With It, right?
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was like a sequel.
Mm.
It's like a spiritual successor to that.
I think he's just trying to figure out, like, what co-stars he had good movies in the past with. Like, next time we're going to get a Drew Barrymore movie.
Oh, yeah, that's coming.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston is somebody, too, who makes terrible movie after terrible movie, yet she's still an A-list celebrity.
I liked, what was the one with
She's
Jason
still riding
Sudeikis?
off of that Friends wave.
Bad teacher.
Horrible Bosses.
Horrible Bosses.
No.
That was Cameron Diaz, Bad Teacher, right? Whatever
Yeah.
the hell that
No,
was.
yeah, Horrible Bosses, but the one when they're in the camper?
Oh,
Vacation
meet,
movie? Or,
Meet the Smiths.
no,
Meet the
Fuck, I always used to
Meet
say
the Millers.
Meet the Millers.
Yeah, that movie was funny.
He shoots and he scores. Yeah, that movie's alright.
Yeah, I like that movie. I'm a fan of it. Own it on Blu-ray. I'll tell you what, he
4K.
pulls off the mustache. I'll give him that.
Oh,
Sandler?
thank you so much. Oh my god.
You pull off the mustache, too.
What's up, Aaron?
I was talking about Adam Sandler, though.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry. Yeah, that movie sucked. Murder Mystery. I don't like it. I don't care.
Why? Because you couldn't even figure it out?
Yeah, I was so stumped by Adam Sandler's shenanigans.
It's like they're never going to solve this mystery with this wacky guy.
Well, what is he doing? Look at
I
that
think
mustache.
That's one of, like,
Hilarious.
so that's one of the worst people you can watch. Like, what are the people like you hate to watch movies with? Like, just the type. I hate the person who or TV just guesses right away. Like, it was him. He did it. It's like you have no basis for that. Like, you just pull that out of your ass. And if it's right, I'm never gonna hear the end of it. But if it's you had no reason to believe that.
You know what's funny?
Like,
is
stop thinking you're a detective.
my mom's boyfriend does that, but he's right a lot of the time, so I don't mind it.
Hmm.
that would actually piss me off more.
It doesn't, because I'll usually, when I
Save
watch
me
a
2
movie with
hours.
him that I've already seen, it's almost like I get impressed by it.
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, he's got that.
Oh,
Does he
so
just-
it's something
does he
you've
guess,
seen
or does he
already?
wait? Like, is he trying to work this thing
No,
out?
he's like deducing things.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not just taking
Well, some people, it's like
stabs.
first 2
Yeah.
minutes in the movie, they're like, oh, it's him. It's like, how do you?
Well, it's him guys or Teddy.
yeah.
Teddy's an it's him guy. And then if it's him, he's like, I told you.
The worst people.
The
are-
phone people suck.
Phone people suck, but the people that ask questions when it's the same movie I've never seen.
Well, that's
I'm
one
like,
of
how can I answer that if this is the first time I'm watching it with you?
they're one and the same because they haven't been paying attention because they're on their phone. So like, oh wait, who's that?
No, but they're watching and they go, "What do you think he's doing right now?" I'm like, "I don't know. This is the first time I'm watching it too, doofus." You know, like relax. We'll get the answer
Hate the
eventually.
pauser.
Oh, the pauser to what? Explain like what he thinks is gonna happen.
Pause.
the pauser-
she-
Go
no,
to the
the-
bathroom, get a snack, get a drink, whatever.
You know what's worse than the pauser? The pauser and the rewinder.
Mm.
It's like, oh, you got to watch this again. Or he pauses to discuss and then goes back and plays it again. That's not good.
No.
Not good at all. Just sit down, turn your fucking phone off, watch the movie. No, the worst person to watch the movie, a movie with, is somebody who thinks they're funnier than the movie. You know who used to be like that? Manny. Little
Yeah.
Manny. All the time in the movie theater. Just always making his own jokes. I'm like, Manny, shut the fuck
I'll only
up.
make
See,
my
that's-
own joke while
that's
watching
kinda like
something if
me.
I know it's gonna kill.
Yes.
You gotta pick your battles.
Well, at home, it's
What are you gonna die on that hill?
What do you mean? No.
Some Teddy said before.
yeah, I'm like, Ted, you want to come record the podcast? He's like, no, I'm cake testing. I'm like, cake testing? Just get something from Carvel the day of.
Yeah,
It's like, you know-
Fudgy the Well.
Yeah.
That would kill.
He's like, if it was me, I would do that. But, cake testing's not really the hill I want to die on.
Smart.
So I asked him, I was like, what hill do you want to die on?
Yeah.
And I forgot what he said.
And you know he's loving himself right now.
Oh, he's out there fucking being fed like it's grapes. Bring me number 4, please. He's got an English accent. Creamy.
And then all of a sudden he
I
starts
like the
talking like that.
presentation of
No, you
12.
fucking
but
like it, baby?
it tastes
Yeah,
of
when he's
7.
talking to the cake connoisseur, he's very elegant.
Proper. Yeah.
But to Elena, it's like, you like this?
It's like, ask him about cake number 12. I'll go on for minutes of just about like every detail and the taste, the texture, the presentation. Ask him about Toy Story 4. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Very atmospheric. That's his new word, atmosphere. I'll tell you what, when I read Ted's tweets now, he's got something going there. He knows how to review a movie in a tweet. I'll give that to him.
Yeah.
I
It's hard.
feel like he just saves the same tweet and just deletes the movie title and it puts the same thing.
There's actually a critic where that happened to them, where they
Really?
got caught doing that. He made a point about, there was a horror movie that came out a couple years ago. He's like, this movie is going to do, Hereditary. It's like, this movie's going to do, for clicking sounds, what Psycho did for showering.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
And then he made the same point about Midsummer. He's like, this movie is going to do for foreign retreats what Psycho did for showers. And somebody screenshotted both of those tweets.
Oh my god.
You know who used to do that a lot too? Remember that ESPN writer that always used to write about golf? And he hates Tiger Woods?
Oh,
Rick-
he was on a podcast, Rick Riley.
Rick Riley.
And he explained why that happened, and it kind of made a lot of sense because when he used to write for Sports Illustrated, he said that he would have he would always have a bunch of side articles.
Mhm.
So if he was busy for that weekend and he still needed to get something out, he would just have a bunch and use it for that. And he would just have it on one file, and he would just forget which ones he used. So he used that one while he was at ESPN, and everyone just fucking roasted him.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you can't really, and he says like you can't really plagiarize yourself, can you?
No, it's. I guess it's more of a complaint of laziness in a way. But Rick Riley, that guy had a fall from grace, man. Because I remember he was being paid like $4 million a year by
He's
Sports
writing
Illustrated.
He wrote a book now about how Trump used to just cheat at golf all the time at all his courses, and he would put himself as the club champion, even if someone beat him, he'd be like, "Oh, I wasn't there."
Oh my god.
That guy is unbelievable. But he has like this irrational hate for Tiger Woods too, it's so weird. He took that Tiger Woods scandal to heart, and he hates the fact that he curses on the course. But
We gotta respect the course.
See, like with these movie reviews,
Golf rules are fucking. I'm new to golf, and I do enjoy watching it when I bet on it because that's like the only reason why I can watch golf, and it's always just fun just to pick a guy and see what happens. But man, golf purists are. I thought baseball purists were bad. Damn.
see, I have problems with baseball purists, but there's something about golf where it's like, yes, keep it pure. There has because I don't know. There's something soothing about golf. Like I don't want people running around chest bumping.
I want Happy Gilmore, man.
No, golf it's just such a relaxing sport. I don't want that.
yeah, but they have a problem.
Like I don't
Having-
want club flips like Yasiel Puig.
That'd be awesome.
Oh my god,
Just
they're
taking
fucking
people out.
sick.
If
Jose
Brooks Koepka
Batista
just fucking ripped the tee shot and flips his club, that'd be awesome.
Well, that's what I was just about to say. They're having a problem with one of the most handsome athletes we have in all of sports, in Brooks Koepka, being their guy. They have a hard time promoting.
Well, no one will ever be as big as Tiger. He was a fucking phenomenon.
Oh, but Brooks is just
Yeah, Tiger
I
Woods
would
was a
dream to look
phenomenon
like him.
because it was just there weren't a lot of African Americans in the sport, and he was also just significantly better than everybody else. So it wasn't like, oh, this guy's winning occasionally. It's like this guy's fucking killing everybody.
And you know what it was? He was a young prodigy too.
Right?
So
Yeah, he was really young.
He was young. He was like always talked about until he was like since he was like 4.
I don't even care about golf, but I want that Masters. I was like,
Yeah.
fucking, let's do it. Like,
I was so
let's
pissed.
go.
But that early 2000 stretch that man had,
Yeah.
what did he win, like 3 majors out of like 5 or something?
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous.
But yeah,
I just want to say real quick about
Talking
movie
golf.
reviews, how everybody's just so pretentious. I'm just gonna do like one word reviews from now on.
Well, there are a
like
few-
if the movie's bad, I'm just gonna put ass. like,
Ass.
well, there are like
I-
certain keywords you can just use interchangeably in every review that like just to make you sound smart, like contrived.
Yes.
It's like if you put that in a movie you don't like,
oh man,
it's just contrived, and people reading that's like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just gonna put this movie with buns. Like, it's,
Superfluous is one that people use a lot.
Just
It's
put
like,
it
that
like
subplot was superfluous.
like 5 stars, but you do it opposite and do cheeks. So if it's 5 cheeks, that movie sucks.
Yeah. 5 cheeks. It was just the
no
worst.
cheeks.
It was
So
a
no
stinker.
cheeks
No
is
puns.
good, yeah.
Yeah, no cheeks.
You have 6 numbers there.
But if it's really good, I just put yo.
Let's do emojis.
If it has
the
5
next-
O's, it's good.
you put a yo with like and then you put a space and then the exclamation point.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a New
That's
York
how I'm going to
yo.
do my rankings of it, movies from now on.
Well, you heard it here first, guys.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about our next topic here. Stranger Things Season 3, the final trailer for Stranger Things. This trailer looked really great. And this is a premise where when it first came out, I wanted it to just be one season and done. I wanted it to be a miniseries because I thought, how can you expand this story?
Well,
and they did.
But we said that like in the lead up to season 2. It's like we didn't really want it, but I feel like season 1, just thinking back on it, it was so fucking good. And if it ended as a miniseries, I think it would have been perfect. And I've been hearing this a lot lately too. People are saying that like maybe it should have just been one season. I don't think season 2 was that bad. It was actually, I enjoyed season 2 a lot. It didn't live up to the standard as 1, but rarely things do. So if they have, if they have new ideas and can explore this further, then I'm still interested to see. I mean, I think the Duffers don't really do much else though, right? It's just this.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they can sit down and something they're passionate about, and I think they did write it as one season, and they're kind of like, oh,
They saw how big it went.
people
and it was
like this, let's keep going. So maybe now, and like I said, I thought season 2 was adequate. So now that they have some more time and they didn't have to maybe feel rushed and kind of might just flow easier. It's like, oh, now that we broke away from that kind of contained story we had, and we started on a path for a longer series. So maybe they're like, all right, now that we're rolling a little, we know what we want to do for season 3. And
Yeah, and it sounds like they have an ending in sight. I think the actors, the child actors came out and said, a couple of them, that they think the show is going to go 1 or 2 more seasons at most. So 2 at most, 5 seasons. We always say that's kind of the range you want to be in, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always great to hear shows that they know how they want to end it, because you have shows like Walking Dead or other shows that just keep going on and on, Dexter, where they stay on for the wrong reason. I wonder what the budget is going to be for season 3, because it looks like
very cinematic.
Yeah, it is. Even just the settings, the locations, the one shot of her on the beach, she kind of looks off and there's like this giant storm and what's going on with the Upside Down, and it sounds like there's a new human villain. I don't know if it's going to be Papa. Remember Papa from season 1?
Papa.
Because they said that he was alive, but
Well, no, I think they kind of alluded to the Demogorgon needing a host, and it's going to be I forget the guy's name, the douchebag from last season.
oh, the dude from Power Rangers.
Yeah, New
I was
Steve.
trying to bang Mike's mom.
Yeah,
I forget his name. Mac's brother.
new Steve.
New Steve.
Yeah.
Steve is.
I was hoping they didn't do a
First of
heel.
all, there's no new Steve.
Yeah.
Steve is just Steve.
I know he's the best. I was hoping they didn't try to make a heel turn for this fucking guy, because he's no Steve.
Oh wait, the
No,
guy
this
from
guy's
the
like-
Domino's commercial.
Is he in the Dominoes?
Steve-
No. That's
no,
Steve.
Steve.
That's
no,
real
that's
Steve.
what I was talking about. Steve.
But if they try to make this guy an actual
No, this
guy's not
gonna-
so bad too. Just be an antagonist.
Yeah, he was trying to get in with Mike's mom.
Yeah.
Mad respect.
They show in one of the trailers too. He walks by her at the pool,
Mhm.
and he's the new lifeguard, and Mike's mom is into it. I feel so bad for Mike's dad, because he seems like the dad from every sitcom we've ever seen.
Yeah, like Phil Dunphy.
Yeah, just doofy 80s dad.
But yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes. I mean, I like the kids. I feel like there was a bit last year where we were getting a little bit too much of the stranger
Yeah,
kids, which
they were all
who
over the
cares?
place.
Yeah, good for them. But it's just for me as online, I'm but they're all very good actors. I think that I'm just glad to see them back in action.
You know what it was? They just put it in your face so much. Like, oh my God, they're kids. They're kids. Did you know they were young? They're kids. They're actors and actresses. They're kids.
Yeah.
They're kids. They're young. It's like, relax. All right. Okay. It's cool. Get out of my face
I
with
think
this.
Dustin will try to sell a Demogorgon Verizon. And that's the main conflict. He's a cord cutter.
So you get HBO Go free 3 months,
Yeah.
and NFL League Pass. I don't watch football.
Nah, it's okay.
The Demogorgon is definitely a cord cutter.
I'm just.
It's like, listen, I got Amazon Prime. Hulu's got live sports. So I'm fine here.
Basic cables, all right.
I hate when I go to, I think it's AT&T that's always promoting DirecTV. And I'm like, listen, dude, I don't want DirecTV.
DirecTV's dope.
Yeah, but I steal everything off the internet.
The one thing that would make me get DirecTV is if I ever moved away from New York, I would have to have the Sunday ticket because you can't. The way football's set, like you can't just watch. You need it to watch out-of-market games, which is ridiculous. I don't know why they don't have that for every service, but that's the only reason.
Yeah,
why.
like if I ever move to California, I'm not watching the Raiders.
No.
You know, like, or if I'm in Florida, I'm not watching the Dolphins. God, no.
And, you know, you can always go to a bar, but, you know, sometimes you just want to watch a game at home.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, just being out of state. How would I watch? The one team that I would most want to watch would probably be the Knicks.
But you already have NBA TV, right?
No.
League Pass?
Well, the thing with NBA TV is what's annoying is that,
You have you have the League Pass.
I don't.
Didn't you get it from Picklehead?
Picklehead gave me it last season, not this season.
Ah.
So I wanted to use it to watch the Lakers, but I don't know. I feel like sports, it's almost better to just watch the highlights these days. So you kind of get the whole
Baseball.
experience.
The gist of it, right?
Baseball, because there's so many games, 162. It's like I can't watch every game, so. But I always,
Yeah, and they're 3 hours
I
long.
always read the box scores after if I can't watch a game, and it's like I'm there.
Yeah, we're legit recording over the Yankee game right
I'm
now.
like, yo, Tanaka, you pitched good. You pitched good the other day,
Oh, Tanaka time.
and I didn't watch the game. But I'm like, I see a stat line. Like, yeah, I get the gist. His
You pitched
his
again
sinker
the
was
other day.
working. He got some ground balls, double plays.
There was a point where I was so obsessed with the NBA where it was stat lines every morning. They used to make fun of me in computer class. They were like, oh, there's Ruben looking up NBA box scores from the previous night.
Who?
Bo. And there was a point in my life where I could legit name every NBA player on every team. Like, I knew 1 through 15 for every team. It was disgusting.
Oh, baseball. I knew every Yankees lineup from like 93, like
93?
yeah, the year I was born to like 2000.
Oh, man. Do you still know them?
No, but like when I was a kid, I used to
Yeah, you just look up.
watch baseball tonight, fucking on repeat.
All right, let's go to fan questions here. That's really our major stories for today. We've got some good questions. This first one from Gabe at Azor, Ohio.
Can I ask something before you ask this question?
Of course
Are
you
these the newest edition of questions? Or
Yeah,
are we-
no, these are fresh off the fucking...
You tweeted that?
Yeah, I tweeted
Oh,
it out.
shit, I missed that. My bad, dog. What's
Don't
up,
let
Gabe?
Who would last longer in a Hunger Games arena between y'all? Question mark. If it's
Well, none
every
of us-
person that's ever appeared on Nerd Soup, the winner will be Teddy. Because we've kind of answered this before if we were all trapped on an island.
Yeah.
And you made the case that that would just be his natural habitat, that he'd be running around on all fours,
Yeah, he would figure it out.
making spears with his
Yeah.
teeth.
I'm trying to think. None of us have like any skills as far as weaponry. Like none of you guys are like a secret archer or something like that.
Nope.
Yeah,
Mm,
I'd be out pretty quickly, actually.
yeah.
Because if it's Hunger Games, if it's we're all trying to kill each other,
Mm-hmm.
I'm dead pretty fast. I can't hide.
Well, there's something
I have
where
no stealth abilities.
I think
No
I
combat.
might be able to survive for maybe a little bit, but then I'll just be like, this fucking sucks. I'm tired of looking behind my back, thinking I'm gonna die every second. Just fucking kill me.
I don't think so. No.
I would get over
No,
it quick.
when your instincts aren't going to let you do that.
My instincts, I don't trust them.
I'm camping the whole time.
What do you? We take you into the city and you're already flustered. That's your
Well,
instincts
that's just
kicking
the
in.
moving, like, everyone's hustling and bustling and moving away. Just too much going on there. Here, you're in a controlled setting where people are actually trying to kill you, and I'm like, you know, it sounds like it's not fun. I'll probably find like a fucking awesome spot.
If it was with strangers, you wouldn't give in. If it was with friends, maybe. So you're just like, you're more comfortable with us.
If
I'm
you're trying to
not
kill me,
buying this whole thing that you would just lay down and have us kill you.
No,
You're
I would
basically
tr- I
saying
would
you would
try-
commit suicide.
I would try to hide, like I'll do something, but sooner or later, something's got to give here. So I can't do this anymore. You know, I'm looking down.
Oh my god, he's getting that
Very
nervous
good.
already. Yeah,
I'm looking over my back. You know, I'm hearing
punch the mic.
Okay.
hearing shots in the distance, and there's arrows going everywhere. I'll find a good spot. I can hide, but they fuck with you. If you see the Hunger Games, if you're getting too good, they'll mess up the map a little to get some action going. They're very into it's like the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wait,
When
are
they
you saying that you're going to be so good at hiding that they're going to have to try and... Like,
I'm an excellent hider.
Yeah.
First of all,
I'm going stealth the whole time.
but you know Buffalo Wild Wings commercials when they hit the overtime button because they
Yeah.
want to stay at Buffalo Wild Wings. They hit the button in the Hunger Games, so they're gonna like flood my like cave area I made, and I'm gonna go out and then, you know. But with you guys though, I feel like we're all on even. We're pretty even, so I wouldn't be that scared. If it was just trained people all around us, then I'd be fucked.
Be a problem.
But you guys, we're all
I
in the
think
sa-
us three are even right here, but Teddy and Stu would be the
athletically,
final two.
but I mean, I feel like
Don't do this.
what?
See what I would.
You're not killing Stu or Teddy.
If I had a gun or like a sword and they didn't, it's like
I
athletically,
don't know.
yeah.
I'd take Teddy I take Teddy with nothing over you with the sword.
That's fucking absurd. You overrate Teddy so much. I wrestled Teddy before and won.
Yeah, I've made Teddy tap, too.
Is this before or after you beat up Tom Cruise?
What I would do is I would go stealth, hide in the bushes, camping, wait for one of you, come out,
Do you know how to make a
shank you in
fire?
the neck. What?
See, none of us can make a fire. We're fucked.
All I have to do is spit rhymes. Anyway.
Let's move on here.
No, stab you in the neck and then use one of you as a meat shield. Boom.
All
What are
right,
you
this
gonna
is
say?
a good question here from Thick Thor. Boom. At Gaines40, grilled cheese or peanut butter and jelly?
What's the setting? Set me up. What season is it?
You just got back. Honestly, it's not. Yeah,
It's not a bad
because I feel like the grilled cheese is a.
winter.
If it's
a
winter,
winter sandwich,
and you whip me
yeah,
up
yeah.
some soup and a grilled cheese, I'm
Yeah.
taking that 9 times out of 10. If it's summer though, and I'm coming inside after a long day, and I'm sweating, and I just want a cold glass of milk and a peanut butter and jelly.
Which one hits home? Which one hits different, you know?
It depends on the
I
season.
think I gotta say peanut butter and jelly,
Right?
man. It hits when you have a tall glass of cold milk.
Mhm.
You have it just perfectly spread, 2 pieces of bread,
Yeah,
put
but-
it together.
A nice, like, hot, like,
You can toast you can make it a winter snack too. You toast
Banana
the bread.
slices.
Oh,
I used to come in from, like, a nice, like, snow day, and I would have a nice,
I can picture you coming in like the little brother from A Christmas Story, just all bundled up.
yeah, just a little,
And right, your mom was like a
Fluffy,
bunch
fat
of
idiot.
cocoa waiting for you.
yeah, that's exactly, I would have a grilled cheese and hot chocolate.
Ooh, that must have hit your stomach different.
Oh,
You
it
got some
definitely hit my
compete-
stomach, all right.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, but it was good. It was, I still probably do peanut butter and jelly, but it's a good fight.
But the
Now-
grilled cheese, it's like you said, there's so many different combinations you could do with the peanut butter and
Tomato,
jelly.
mozzarella.
Right,
you
you
could
do
switch it
toma-
up with the grilled cheese.
Right. But I think the grilled cheese can go wrong very quickly. If you add too much cheese, you ruin it. Too little cheese, it's just bread.
Well, the ratio on the peanut butter and jelly, you need to.
No, you can just slap like a fucking gobble of peanut butter, gob of jelly.
There's
Squick
no
it
such
together.
thing as too much peanut butter and jelly.
You
No,
could have-
no.
There's such
Yeah.
thing
Too
as
much
too
jelly.
much cheese.
There's too much jelly.
Fuck that.
No, you
way.
can get to that point, but it's you got to be stupid.
Now,
It's
here's
kinda
something.
like-
If you're putting too much jelly on your sandwich,
It's
then
kind of
you're an
like
idiot.
what they say, like you can't overdose on marijuana unless you smoke like 18,000 million. Like that's what
Right, yeah.
that's what jelly are.
Here's something.
Grilled cheese, you could kill yourself.
Legit.
Is what we're saying.
That's heroin.
The two best sandwiches here, though, so we're splitting hairs. I love this question.
Are we going crunchy or smooth here?
Peanut butter, crunchy.
Crunchy.
Okay, good. I just had to. Teddy's a smooth guy, but he's more of,
Of
a
course he is.
more
Yeah,
of a
because he
spoon
fucking
out of
eats
the
it out
jar.
of the jar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, jelly's
cuts out
too
the
much
middleman.
carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too much
Teddy,
carbs.
please tell me what a carb is. Fats. I'm like, oh no, oh no, please.
This question here from Ren Bain, at Ren Bain. Dream jobs growing up.
Ice cream man.
Yeah, as a kid, I always wanted to be in the NBA, but Ice Cream Man is pretty fucking
When
hilarious.
I was a kid, I used to say I wanted to be an ice cream man.
What was the
I
question?
don't know why.
It seems like a fun job to have when you're a kid, right? You get a truck full
a
of
lot
ice
of
cream.
ice cream,
Yeah,
yeah.
What was the
Giving it
question?
a- Dream jobs growing up.
Oh man, I think we answered this before. I think I was a wrestler. So I found like a thing, like a project in first grade, and that was like my thing. I want to be a wrestler. So
I was such a weird little prick though, because I always wanted to be like something else, like every other day. Like I wanted to be at one point an ice cream man. At one point I wanted to be a game show host. At one point I wanted to be like a cartoon drawer. At one point I was all over the place,
Yeah.
you know. And now I'm just a grown weird prick. Still have the same ideas. So.
We were at a barbecue a couple years ago, and one of our family friends asked Manny Turtle, because he was going into college, and he was like, "Oh, what do you want to do?" And Manny's like, I'm really not sure. So he asked him, he was like, "What was your dream job growing up? What do you want to be?" And Manny's like, "I never had a dream job." It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
that's deep.
Manny has
That is
no
like Manny,
ambition
though.
for anything.
Yeah, that is Manny.
It's just like him, right? He's gonna be on one of our. You know what's funny about Manny too? His laugh. It's either that or he gets really high. He's gonna be on a review. Actually, he's hopping on Toy Story 4, The Return of the Turtle.
Nice.
Wow.
What I feel like everyone's always the same. Like professional athletes, probably the one that always comes to mind.
But I was
Yeah.
convinced I was going to the NBA. It's like I don't have to try hard in school. I'm going to the
It's
league.
like you drop 20 in sixth grade. It's like, yeah, I can do this.
I remember my 9th grade coach was like, he told our whole team, he was like, if you're going to the NBA, you would know by now. And I was like, oh shit. Nobody told me.
And the dream's over.
And the dream died right there. This question here from Baron von Mogadin. Mogadin? Magadon?
Wagadan.
Okay. What are some of your favorite
mystery,
That's a
bands?
good joke.
Brody Van Wagadan.
What are some of your favorite bands, performers? ? Performers? It's tough to say. I would say like Kanye West. I've seen him live, and he was really great.
Yeah,
And
so-
he's got that reputation.
Yeah,
I
We
was
saw him
with
on
you,
the
right?
Yeezus tour.
Yeah.
That was me and you.
saw
And he
him
had this
twice.
giant
Oh.
mountain.
that was cool. It's weird. I always feel like
He's like moving through the mountain. It was weird.
I thought I was with you guys.
No, that was just us two. You were supposed to come to Drake.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You backed out. You made me go with a bunch of people I didn't know. I'll never forgive you for that.
Sorry.
I feel like Drake puts on a good show, but don't you feel like some rappers
Drake
you
sucked.
hear them live, like or I don't know if it's just like on a video or whatever. It doesn't have like the same appeal as like I feel like a rock live, but I feel like
Yes. No,
Yeah.
100%. Rapping. If you're
it's
going
kind
to
of
go
like
see
one
a
person
rapper,
on stage, kind of. But like Kanye put on
jumping
a show,
around.
you have to do something more. And Kanye, his audio is always like, I feel like it's not a big difference from what you hear on.
no,
an
Kanye
album.
was performance art.
Yeah,
That was one of the most surreal psychedelic experiences of my life. He had
Yeah.
this giant monitor. The words would come up, and then this like Siri voice would define the word. It's like, what the hell is going on? There were like cue cards between his performances, and the mountain thing. There were like creatures coming out of the mountain.
oh, it was awesome.
It was so weird. And then he started ranting about Nike for 15 minutes, and everybody got really restless and just sat down. And he's like, "Who wants to hear Gold Digger?" Yeah.
I went. Was that at MSG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
No, you weren't.
No.
I definitely went to see him. I'm not making that up.
Who'd you go with?
There's a whole bunch of people.
Okay.
But even when Tribe Called Quest,
I think that's no. You went in like 2015 or 2016 because you went with like Pete, right?
It must have been earlier than that.
Okay. It was about the same time that we were starting to talk about like starting a channel.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we went to the Yeezus tour, and then he went to MSG for just like it was like a special performance that he did.
Right.
Because I remember I was invited, and then I didn't go.
but even when Tribe Called Quest opened, and I liked them a lot, but it just didn't.
No, rap is not great live.
Yeah,
Rap is great with headphones,
yeah.
but there are bands like
Well, a lot of bands too. I feel like some people just can't perform live, but I just like the music. You can like feel like the instruments a little bit.
Apparently, the Roots are incredible live.
I get that.
They have a reputation for being
Yeah.
really good live. I saw a band the other day, and it was a very intimate venue. So it was one of these small music halls in Brooklyn, and the sound was great. So you kind of got lost in their performance, and that was really fun.
Well, that's key because I feel who was it? I think it might have been. I think it was Busta Rhymes. I saw a video on Twitter of him doing like a live thing, and I like Busta. But I feel like that didn't translate to like his rapping ability. Didn't translate to that live atmosphere.
Yeah.
And people are just like kind of standing around. I feel like it's just hard to like kind of get into that because even if you go see like a shitty band, like a live band at your local restaurant, it's just something about like just the instruments being there, reflecting off, I guess, the walls and kind of creating like an atmosphere around it. I think that's pretty cool.
You know who's great live? I saw them at Bamboozle, A Day to Remember. They're better live than their actual music.
Do you guys have a favorite band currently?
I've only seen the Killers live. And
Well,
that was
just
an awesome show.
for music, not even live.
I've been listening to Somersault a lot. They're pretty good. They're like I guess indie you would call them.
Yeah.
Not really indie. I guess like alternative indie ska kind of thing. They're like, I don't know, very beachy sound. I get into that like waves of like,
That sounds actually really good.
it's like currently like I'll do like by month favorite, like
Oh, I'm doing that now
like
too.
Mac DeMarco. I was really big into Jim Croce, the Beatles. I always get into these phases of like, oh my
Who would
God,
you
these
have
are
liked
sick.
to see live if they didn't?
Queen.
Queen?
Definitely Queen. And the Beatles, just to say that you saw the Beatles live.
That would be good. I saw Creed live.
Okay.
When
I saw Lil Wayne live. He was
So did
terrible.
I. At Bamboozle. Yeah, he was awful.
Yeah, he's
He's really bad.
bouncing around stage.
Shout out Lil Wayne though.
But everybody was high. T-Pain actually opened for him, and he was much better. This question here from Caleb Sutherland, at Caleb Sutherland.
Yo.
Weren't they supposed to make an album together?
T-Wayne. Yeah, they didn't. Do you think Kit Harington appears in any future Star Wars movies by Benioff and Weiss? Yes, I do. And I think they're going to take some of these Game of Thrones actors. And I think that would be good for Kit. It would be like a favor to him. It's like, here, so you don't fade away into obscurity because you're going to be typecasted. Bring him on as like a villain,
Were we talk?
or an alien.
Did we talk about this at all?
I think we did. We talked about which Game of Thrones actors would be best suited for it.
Yeah. What did we say? I think we had a good one.
Liam Cunningham.
Okay.
That guy's a fucking Jedi. And also, he's one of the best actors, man.
Yeah.
I was watching the scene. It was the Revisited that we're going to drop when he confronts John about giving him more troops for Stannis. That guy is just like, I don't know how you. That's why he's so convincing in that show.
Well,
That's
you already
why people
have
are always giving him shit.
Pedro Pascal is going to be in The Mandalorian. Emilia Clarke was in Solo. A couple others, right?
Yeah, I think so. One of the Iron Fist. No, Iron Fist was a pilot in The Force Awakens.
Okay. Finn Jones?
No, not Finn Jones. The real Iron Fist. One of the Sand Snakes.
Okay.
I always forget that actress's
Yeah.
name. It's not Tyene. It's not Yubaba.
Obara. I think it's name.
Obara.
Yeah.
I always call her Yubaba.
Mobamba.
It's a Mobaba.
I feel like we had a good one the other day too. It's gonna piss me off.
Let it piss you off.
Peter Dinklage, maybe.
Maisie Williams, but that's kind of like a typecast thing too. Like she's gonna be the sword, like the sword fighter, and now she's a sword fighter in this.
Just bring everybody from Game of Thrones into their Star Wars movie.
I think Maisie Williams could be like an actual like really good just.
I think she's gonna have the
actor.
best career.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's gonna have the best career. Because I think she's the most talented out of the young actors.
Actually, not fuck it. Get that fucking Disney money.
Yeah. I think I think it just makes sense. They've been working with these actors for so long. It's a big project. They obviously have experience with big budgets. Get people that you're familiar with.
I know what we were saying, and it wasn't an actor. That's why I confused. We wanted the
Dijawadi.
Yeah, that has to be it.
Yeah, you would think because you have the benefit of Star Wars is that you can riff off of those original themes, creating new ones. Giacchino is fine. His Rogue One score is okay. I forget who did Solo. The Solo score wasn't that bad. This question here from Taylor at TWit7. Favorite Wes Anderson film? You're a big Isle of Dog guy.
I love that movie, man. That's my answer. I'm out for the rest of this conversation.
Well, I know. I'll guess yours. Fantastic Mr. Fox, right?
No.
Really? I thought that was your favorite.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe.
It's not between that because you said it.
Yeah.
No, it might be, but I like Moonrise Kingdom too.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Grand Budapest Hotel is good. I'm interested to see.
What's the first one? Not the first one. The second one? Rushmore? You ever see Rushmore?
I don't think so, no.
Rushmore's good. Rushmore's with that actor. I always forget his name. Bill Murray's in Rushmore. Bill Murray's in all of them, practically. Fantastic Mr. Fox is such a great fucking movie. He's awesome.
I want to see what's the French Dispatch he's doing?
Yeah, I think so, right? That's his
Owen Wilson's coming back.
Right. What is that?
Wow.
The premise is something ridiculous, right?
I don't know.
It's like French media or something.
I always get excited for a nice Wes Anderson. It's like something different. You go to see, you're gonna laugh. It's gonna be weird, quirky a little.
Symmetrical.
Yeah, he's kind of a nut, right?
Yeah, he's a weird dude.
He is a weird dude, but that kind of.
But they make the best stuff.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I would go with Moonrise Kingdom.
This question here from Jeff Latino at Jeffrey Latino.
Jeff.
If Grace Randolph is the Skip Bayless of film criticism, who is Stephen A? You know what? I was going to tweet yesterday that Grace is like she's unbalancing the force of film criticism, and we haven't seen Stephen A. Like Stephen A. hasn't been born into the world yet.
Kind of like a last.
It's
Force Awakens
it's a
type
Force
thing.
Awakens situation where we're waiting for that person. Like that person is probably like in 8th grade right now. Like he's just getting into YouTube and starting his own channel.
Well, I think people.
Somebody
might have
needs to counter her.
I think people might have taken that as an insult, but I love Skip Bayless, but like in a, because he knows what he is, and it's just entertaining to watch. It's like, what's Skip gonna say this?
But is she doing it now? She's doing it on purpose, right?
I hope so.
Because I got caught in a Grace Randolph wormhole maybe like a year ago. And it was it was probably sooner than that. It was all her criticism against Jessica Chastain.
Dude, that's so fucking funny. She doesn't deserve it, but it's like Skip and LeBron.
What, she just bug out?
She hates. Do you know Jessica Chastain?
No, I don't.
She's this redheaded actress. She's
Zero
good.
Dark 30.
Zero Dark 30.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Molly's Game. She's like a B-list actress. She was just in the new X-Men movies. And for some reason, this Grace Randolph hates Jessica Chastain. But the thing is, calling her LeBron, it's like, it would be like if she hated Amy Adams, the biggest female actress. Jessica Chastain isn't like...
Welcome aboard.
She's like that.
Here's your T-shirt.
That big or that beloved. So it's weird that she hates her so much.
She's like the Evan Turner of movies.
It would be like if
she's
Skip
like the
Bayless
Jimmy
hated
Butler.
Tobias Harris.
Oh, so she's up there.
Nah, it's not Tobias. Jimmy Butler's a good one.
Jimmy Butler's like a second tier NBA.
a match,
Chris
like,
Middleton kind of thing.
You'd give Jessica Chastain, like, you'd give her you might give her the max to be in your film, but
Somebody will give her the max.
Yeah.
She's one of those players.
Okay.
You know? Somebody's going to give it to her.
Capable, yes.
Yes.
but it's like you can give Amy Adams the max for your team, for your movie, and you might win an Oscar.
Well, Amy Adams is on one and done contracts. She's taking like $40 million with the player
So
option.
she's just trying to get a ring.
She's waiting for. She's just milking these one and dones, getting rings, and then she's going to sign the 5-year $250. Jessica Chastain is she's like kind of like a Tobias. It's just weird. I don't know, but if there is somebody right now who's a Stephen A. I've kind of fallen off because I used to be big into YouTube movie criticism, but then when the channel started, I almost didn't want to sound like other people. You know,
That's
I kind
hard.
of
I
wanted
To get like an influence. That's why I stay away from all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the only one I really listen to is Lights Camera Podcast, and I find myself, because I feel like they have the same vibe. I think the same way as they do, so I always like try like not to like just say the same thing, because then it's like, I don't want to, even though it's just my opinion as well. But I get that too. Like even if I watch like Chris Stuckman and he makes a good point, it's like, oh, I agree with that point. So can I say that point, even though he did it, even though that is kind of what I feel too. But he kind of puts it in better way. Like he articulates it much better than I ever can. So
What about the who's that angry guy?
Angry Joe.
Does he like scream and get animated on his reviews?
Not ones that I've seen. I guess I just watched ones that he kind of liked what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Because it's always like the name Angry Joe, like, oh, he must be angry, but I never really seen him like.
Because Stephen A. got
Freak out.
famous because of Skip. Skip made Stephen A.'s career because that guy, he had been fired from ESPN. He wasn't really doing anything. And then they kept bringing him on as a guest on First Take. And then they just had such great chemistry, him bringing balance. And then he became a bigger monster than Skip. But he's actually funnier than Skip now.
But he's funnier, he knows what he's talking about a lot, and
He does have good sports knowledge. He does.
Only basketball.
And
Football, he has no idea.
But he's entertaining.
No
though,
idea.
He
and
really doesn't.
He's
What
He knows
happened
hockey,
with-
though.
What happened? What he did with the? You're talking about Stephen A. right?
Yeah.
What he did with the Chargers last year when he was talking about like
That was funny.
Henry Hunter still playing when he was out for like the whole year and stuff, and bringing up old players.
I get that though.
And like he doesn't even know baseball. He didn't even know that Brad Osmus was the manager for the A's. He thought Solskjaer was still there. I can't fucking talk right now. Wow.
Solskjaer was never. He was the Angels.
What did I say? The A's, Angels.
But
yeah.
I get that. Who fucking cares? And I've been telling.
Cut that whole
There's been
thing out,
times
please.
in the podcast where I'm talking like a topic where I have no idea about, and I kind of just.
You know
I
what? You
piece it
could be
together.
the Stephen A. to her Skip Bayless.
I
You
don't
do
think-
have the potential to do that.
I think, I think if you...
I can't do that.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, you hate yourself
Did
too
he-
much. Stephen A. loves himself.
Yeah.
Did you see what Skip Bayless fell for the other day though?
Stephen A.'s so confident with everything he says. I haven't been confident since like 8th grade.
That whole thing with James Harden and the
It's
man
not a bad
tits thing.
peak. No, what happened with what?
You know how they were coming out with Chris Paul and James Harden don't get along?
Yeah.
Well, there was a fake report that came out that Chris Paul said something to Harden where he had man tits in practice, and he kept going with the joke so much that Harden walked out of the practice crying.
Mm-hmm.
Skip Bayless thought that was true, and he reported it, and it was not. And that was just like a parody kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
Somebody made that up, and he reported it saying like, "Well, you know, you knew there was problems once he said he had man tits and stuff," and like. It's like, oh my God. Like, you got to lose some kind of credibility, especially what Stephen A. said with the 95% chance that both KD and Kyrie were coming. You don't get to just say that, and then there's no repercussions.
Oh, no, you do.
But when you're on the air all day,
You do now.
yeah.
Are you? That's just politics,
That's
sports
just so
news.
stupid.
But when you're on the air
though.
all day,
That's
you
so
have
stupid.
to like say crazy shit to just have people coming in.
95%? Say 50.
That's not fun.
Yeah, but 50 doesn't get clicks.
Michael K says that all the time. It's like, what do you want me to come on here and just say? Well, it could do. This could happen, and this could happen.
No, but you
It's like,
could be
no,
a little
every
li-
situation. Oh, what do you think about the Mets hiring so and so? Well, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You gotta have, you gotta have hot takes. You gotta have strong opinions.
No, but this guy's like, I know a brother who knows their brother, and everybody knows each other, and they call me, and they told me, Kyrie, straight up, come in here and bring a KD with him, 95%. He said that he knew all these people, all these sources.
Stephen A. kind of sucks.
That sucks.
That's one where you have to have a good Stephen A. and you don't do a good Stephen A.
Oh, no, he's good. Good.
All right, this question here from
That's
Carlos.
you have to do that.
This question here from Carlos at Dapper Mexican. Do you know of a book series that could have similar show success as Game of Thrones if given a similar budget? Change of pace here. I always say Full Metal Alchemist, and that counts because it was a manga. If they gave it a big budget on a big streaming service like HBO, I think it could rival Game of Thrones. But it's tough, man. I don't know. We talk about this all the time. Game of Thrones is very specific because of it's the ensemble cast and the characters.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure something else can do it. Was that exciting, Nash? Was that riveting podcasting?
No, but have an opinion, not 95%. You didn't say 95%. I know this for a fact.
Well, all right, so whatever. Let's move on from that.
I don't really know a lot of franchise book series. I'm not really a big franchise guy when it comes to books.
Yeah.
It's like I read like
No, David, no.
no.
Captain Underpants.
They tried. I mean, maybe.
But if you give them the budget,
yeah,
they could be electrifying.
right. If you can give like the Steven Pinker cinematic universe for all his books.
Where is A Song of Ice and Fire within like the, I guess, fantasy novels? It's top tier, but I'm sure there are others right up there with it that we don't even know about.
I mean, specifically, they're doing the Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
I guess that's Amazon.
So I mean, there
And
are.
they're
these-
also doing the Name of the Wind, the King Killer Chronicles. I think Lin-Manuel Miranda's working on that.
It's not like Game of Thrones was a household thing before it started. People just got on board and followed it, and like that was their first introduction. It's not like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings where they were kind of just, what that is. And you're going to make a Star Wars show, you're going to make a Lord of the Rings show. You're already going to have a certain set of people that are going to watch it no matter what. Game of Thrones was something where you're introducing something new to people, and it kind of just was just so well done and just intriguing for people, where that's where they just, what 9 years, it became a phenomenon, one of like the biggest things to ever happen in pop culture. So
Well, they thought Lord of the Rings was going to open the floodgates for fantasy adaptations, and you didn't really see a lot of them, and when you did see them, they were kind of shitty. Lord of the Rings was such a grand epic, and it was so well directed, and it still looks so good to this day. And Game of Thrones, the appeal was that it was so accessible, because people who would never watch fantasy in their lives could get into Game of Thrones, because it's a show where you forget that it is fantasy when you're watching at times. And then all of a sudden there's a demon baby. It's like, oh shit, I forgot that there's magic in this world. There is a supernatural aspect. So you need something that can, and it's also just really well written.
yeah, you can't rush it, because I feel like we got that a couple different times where, like you said, with Lord of the Rings, I was going to open the floodgates. But even with Game of Thrones, like you saw like FX or Bastard Executioner, which
Yeah.
I watched, and it was cheeks, Nash.
It was
How many?
Five cheeks out of five
It was
cheeks.
5 cheeks. And that's kind of like they were trying. It was very clearly we're FX. We're kind of a big network. We have pretty good shows. Let's try to capitalize on this fantasy or medieval element. And it didn't work. So that's the most important thing. It just has to be good, well written.
Right, and when it was picked up by HBO has a rep, where HBO is known for making great dramatic shows, and that they are going to take their time. They're going to have the necessary resources to tell this story, because season 1 of Game of Thrones, as big as the budget got, season 1 is still stunning. That first episode when Ned is sitting at the Godswood, I mean, you think that's a lived-in fantasy universe.
Yeah.
So
Well, the pilot, I mean,
yeah, the pilot
was
sucked. They had to
awful, and they
reshoot
still
it.
like believed in it so much where they gave him another shot, which they easily could have been like,
Pull the plug.
I don't know about this one, Chief.
That's a lot of networks. All right, this question here from Nathan Venegas, I think.
Nathan.
Venegas, I don't know. Going to the movies alone, yes or no? Question mark. Personally, if it's prime time, Friday or Saturday night, no. Not cool. If it's daytime during the week, like you're off work, school, on a Tuesday, totally fine. Disagree. I think it's
Yeah,
prime
that's
time
a
all the
bad
time to
take.
go to your movies. So
You go whenever you
you can't
want.
feel bad. You know, I have a friend like that, Sawhill, where I'm like, let's go to the movies on a Wednesday. No. Who goes to the movies on a Wednesday? I go Friday or Saturday.
Well, I will say if I'm going to like it's happened and I never seen never actually got to go see it, but like Aladdin, I was gonna go by myself one day and the theater was packed, so I didn't want to sit like in the corner by myself and like surrounded by like it was just a bad situation. But if it was, I'd go like on a Tuesday. The theater's gonna be empty, I know. But if I really want to go see something, and I'll go by myself. I don't care. I saw Last Jedi by myself in a packed theater. Saw Avengers Endgame by myself in a packed theater.
So wait, Nathan said not to go during prime time or go prime time?
No, you never go Friday or Saturday night.
I did a double feature Friday, Saturday night. Can you ever forgive me? And want to say mid-90s? Hell of a fucking night. I still think about it to this day.
Didn't I do a double feature where I saw one by myself and then I met you guys for a second one? I think it was Isle of Dogs, and then I came and met you guys for another movie.
Well, me and Teddy did that. We went to go see Us, and then Nash left, and we saw Shazam.
Right. No, I left.
We went to Buffalo Wild Wings. That was a fun day, too.
Damn, I missed a lot there, huh?
Yeah.
Us was good. I saw also at Best Buy on Blu-ray. I was like, what the hell? That was quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can go alone. I prefer
love
going
it.
to the movies alone.
I've never done it, but I think I'm gonna do it.
It's not bad.
No, it's not weird. Right? Even when people go out to eat by themselves, it's not weird. You want to eat. You want to watch a movie.
Well, movies, I think more so. It's because you're in a dark theater. You're all quiet. You're experiencing a movie.
That's something like where years ago I'd have been like, oh, I don't want people. Like, what if someone sees me?
Yeah.
But when you're a kid, if you go to the movies alone, you're a loser.
I just fucking hate people. And
That's
yeah.
not nice.
Well, when you're a kid, no, that's not true. You're not a loser.
Yeah.
It's
No, you're a loser.
you go to the movies as a kid because it's an outlet to get away from the house.
But like other
It's something
kids,
to do
if
with
other
friends.
kids would see you at the theater by yourself, they'd be like, oh, what do you?
No, I wouldn't say it's loser status. I think it's more of dork status.
No, it's not.
Dweeb.
No, it's not. People should be able to go to movies by themselves, no matter how old. It's just society, and like kids will bully that person, and that's not right.
Hey, everybody needs a good bullying. I'm very pro-bullying. I don't understand this anti-bullying thing.
You're gonna die on that hill.
Yes, I'll die on the bully hill because
And I'll team up with the kids that are getting bullied, and we'll fight you.
Good. See,
Yeah.
exactly. It builds camaraderie, community.
Yeah, but you're not better than him. And
What do
you're
you mean?
bullying the bully. You're still bullying.
I'm protecting.
Why don't you just chill out? Everyone chill out. Let's watch a movie
Whoa,
together.
whoa,
and
whoa, I'm not saying that I bully people. I'm just saying that I am pro-bully. That we need a world of bullies. Bullies have a place in society. They're like the bees, you know?
yeah, I guess if you take the bees out,
Yeah,
Bees are dying at an alarming rate, so
ecosystem
So are
collapses.
bullies.
yeah.
Coincidence?
I think not.
No, probably. This question here from Grieven. I'm not even going to say your ad. I'm sorry. Do you have a favorite friend on the pod?
What are we doing? I'm very situational with all these questions today because that does make a difference.
You're going to Macy's to pick out an outfit for.
Nash.
Because I'm the most. I have the most style, right? Yeah, it's okay.
No, Nash is like a good come with guy.
Yeah, it's like we can have fun doing that. Maybe stop. We'll get a pretzel. Any ants?
Oh,
Yeah.
pretzel dogs 2 for $5.
Oh,
baby.
See, that's why I
You can't go wrong with that. But then I'll end up getting talked to. Yo, Nash, you can't eat 6 of them, and I do.
Yeah.
So
That's gonna happen sometime this summer. It's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
I would say my favorite would have to be Teddy. By default, because I'd rather not do anything with anybody.
Well, it's
But
like
if
if
I
I'm,
have to pick one of the friends, it would be Teddy.
well, if I'm going to the movies, I'll pick you. If I'm going social interaction, it'll be Nash. If I'm going like to dinner, I'll pick Teddy.
Why? So you can steal your food and your fries?
He's just fun to eat with.
See, that's the thing. I feel like Teddy's kind of fun to do anything with, you know?
see, that's what I go for. I guess I don't have it.
No, you know what it is?
What would you pick to do with Marissa? Like, what would her be her like?
Well,
Go to
me and
therapy.
Marissa used
social
to
setting.
go to therapy.
Therapy.
Just joint therapy. It's like we're both fucked up. Fix
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Me, Marissa, and Manny used to go to the movies all the time years ago when we would go see all the Marvel movies that would come out.
She was a good Comic-Con companion.
Marissa's
She had a pulse on the whole Comic-Con thing. I was like, all right, let's see.
Marissa's good too for me because after like 3 hours of social interaction, she shuts down and it's like, oh, I can stop trying as well.
Yeah.
So we can sit in silence and nobody's offended. It's
Okay.
beautiful. My niece is like that too. I swear to God, I can just sit with my niece and we both say nothing. It's like, oh my God, I love this kid.
I can't do that.
No, see, that's why.
Freak out.
As much as I love you,
I don't know when to shut up.
no, it's not that you don't know when to shut up. It's that you have great social skills. So I almost have to compete with you, and it drains me.
No, well, we all get tired, you know, and I get it, and I sometimes I just can't fake it, you know.
Well, there'll be times where I'll make a joke and everyone laughs, and I just know Nash is gonna come back with something like 5 minutes, and he'll make a joke, and I'm like, fuck, that's pretty good. And I'll have to go back to the drawing board, and we just have like, we won't say a word, we won't communicate this to each other, but we both know like,
There's a mental battle going
yeah,
on.
it's like,
See, in social situations, actually, I would prefer Nash because I kind of latch on to Nash. Like when you said Saturday, it's like we're going out to the bars, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I have to just be by Nash. I'm like the mini shark that swims by the big shark because I know Nash is going to attract all the attention because I'll just drift by myself and then I'll feel really bad about myself. I get like really insecure, like everybody's watching me, like why isn't he talking to anybody? So I become like Nash's yes man
yeah,
in social situations, laugh at any joke that he says.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
it's always good having one of those.
to have a friend next to me too doing that. I mean, that hypes me up. So
Yeah. So you have to be because you'll drift away.
Oh, that's my move.
Yeah, no.
How many times do we go out and I just fucking leave?
yeah,
Not
you're
tell
the
anybody?
Irish exit.
It's my.
You are the Irish exit.
I love it. It's just like this is because I just have things like, I look around. I'm good.
I'm done here.
Yeah, I'll call an Uber and
Yeah.
just fucking bail. But if I want to go, I think I can hang with the best.
Because I don't want anybody to hate me. So I love you all.
No. But Aaron recognizes how bad I am socially and will just leave me. He'll
But
just
you're
leave me
not.
to the wolves. Yes,
No,
I
I
am.
won't.
Unintentionally, you do
Yeah.
it. This question here from Jose C. Anacito. Do you guys have a Blu-ray collection? Yes, I do. That's actually the one thing that I actively collect.
Yeah, and I kind of
Can you watch Under the Skin? The fuck are you doing with
I
that
feed
Blu-ray?
off your Blu-ray collection, so I have a pretty good collection right now.
Yeah, you're the maid that takes one, like a Family Guy.
Yeah.
It's like you take one DVD a month until you have a respectable collection.
Yeah. It's like a Blockbuster here. I fucking love it.
I own 0 DVDs.
Yeah, that's kind of the way that things are going. It's why buy a DVD if you can stream a movie, buy it on Amazon. I just like having physical media.
Yeah, it's fun to have, and
It's like you own it. When you're
extras,
streaming
you
it,
know.
it feels like you're borrowing it.
Yeah. Well, also
No,
too,
I get that.
it's weird because I'll watch a movie on TV and I'll have the better version. Does that ever happen to you?
No, because I don't watch cable anymore. I can't watch a show if there's commercials.
Damn, that's rough.
This is evolution, man.
I got to ask a question. Can I ask a fan question? Because I feel like you two would probably think the same way as me. Anthony Nash, Anthony JQ Nash asked this question.
What's up, man?
Anthony.
What's your question?
Basic cable has to be all explicit now, right? All cursing's got to be on the table. Sexual scenes right out there.
They should. They should. Yeah.
Why? Like, it's so stupid.
No, it is stupid because the channels that are focusing on a specific audience won't have that. You don't have to watch the channels with shows with cursing and nudity and
They've been
violence, but they've kind of
FX
been a bit
does
more
it.
lenient.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think what's the AMC? They get 1 fuck per season, and I think you can air it over the airwaves.
Well,
Really?
I know.
I think so.
I know.
I did
in
not know that.
the first Breaking Bad run, when she says "I fucked Ted," they kind of
It's there, right?
they cut it.
Oh, they did cut
They
it.
didn't cut it, but like she moves her mouth and you don't hear anything. It's like Ted.
So what's
Okay.
the big deal? People are great at reading lips. Might as well just get it out there. What's the difference?
They're getting more lean. I've heard cursing on regular like
So
FX
like,
and stuff
because these
before.
little kids, yes, they grow up, but like if she turns around and says, "I fucked Ted," he doesn't, like
No, they
the
have no
little
idea.
the little baby Jim doesn't know what fuck means yet. Like, chill out.
Dude, censorship in this country is all backwards. We censor sex and cursing, but when it comes to violence, you can be as violent as you want on cable TV. Or PG-13 movies, I think there was a study that PG-13 movies are more violent than R-rated movies. That the R rating is there for mostly sex and cursing.
Mm-hmm.
But on average, PG-13 movies are just as violent. We love violence, but when it comes to like sex and cursing, can't have it.
Show it all. I'm gonna figure it out anyway.
Like that's why I said if I had a kid, R-rated movies 10, 11. That's how they become mature. They grow into it. They realize that this is how they won't be boys forever, as Ned Stark said. So yeah, that's my Blu-ray collection. This question here from Dr. Jax Knoll. Fan casting for the Batman Rogues Gallery. I saw one. It was David Tennant for the Riddler. The Riddler. Is it the Riddler or the Riddler?
The diddler?
Where are we from?
What is with you? It's got to be set and setting with you, huh?
Well, hey,
circumstance?
Riddler.
Peanut butter and jelly or grilled cheese? What's the season?
What's the season?
That was.
Give me the day. Give me the day.
No,
What is it?
the season. You heard that and you're like, okay, I fuck with that.
No, yeah, because I was thinking the same thing. The winter, when you said it.
Yeah,
Grilled
I
cheese
went
for the
right
winter.
back into a trance.
David Tennant as the Riddler. Sean Bean as the Penguin. I kind of like Aubrey Plaza as Catwoman. She's been eyeing that role for a long time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
She's starting to pop
Like
off
how-
a little bit.
She's like Sophia Botella as like a Catwoman. I think she would.
Yeah,
do
that'd be good.
She was good in Atomic Blonde. I think. Who'd you say for Riddler?
David Tennant.
David Tennant.
Somebody had mentioned,
NPH gets thrown out a lot. I think he's a good actor.
Bern Gorham, Game of Thrones dude.
I don't know if he would really fit because I'd just be like, that's NPH.
No, I don't want him as the Riddler.
Yeah.
I don't think it works.
No.
I don't want him to be campy. I don't want like the Jim Carrey Riddler, and I feel like that's what MPH would do.
I think like a Nicholas Hoult, like a fucking, like someone who can just cut like, an opposing like foe. That's not just like this.
They always go for
Arkham.
like. I think David Tennant kind of captures both of that.
Yeah.
Where his Kilgrave is such a great villain, but David Tennant is naturally he's like a goofy dude. He was Doctor Who.
Or even what's his name? I guess that's Marvel DC.
Who?
Why can't I fucking think of his name? Jesus Christ, this is bad.
Robert Downey Jr.
Loki.
Who?
Loki. What the fuck?
Oh, Tom Hiddleston. Oh, he would have been a
I
great
don't know why I
Riddler.
couldn't even think of that.
Yeah. I think you know. I think you can do that and get away with it. He might not want to do it.
I mean, Josh Gad said that he came out and said he's not the Penguin,
Thank God.
which probably means he is.
Oh no.
That's the same thing with the Penguin. I don't want a comedic actor. I want Idris Elba as the Penguin. I'd much rather. I want like 6'2",
Jack
gruff
Penguin.
It's like
British
yeah,
accent.
I think you said like it's
this
like a,
fucking bat. We need to take him out.
it's like
fucking bad.
This fucking Batman.
it's like when you call a big guy tiny. It's like, oh, the Penguin. You think it's gonna be some like
Yes.
waddling guy and just fucking
It's an ironic nickname.
Sean Bean and he's fucking
Yoked.
Yeah, well, yeah, like yoke
Ripping
Sean Bean would
fucking
be
heaters.
interesting, but you should, like Sean Bean, like somebody who's he's distinguished. He's this distinguished English gangster. Where I said Vito Corleone mixed with Whitey Bulger, where he has the ruthlessness, but he also has the intelligence.
Yeah.
I don't want wind-up Penguin Batman, like they mentioned in Batman, the Justice League movie.
yeah.
I want like a fucking brutal gangster. Like go dark with it with Batman.
Who else is there?
Other villains for his rogues gallery. Who could be a new Joker for Robert Pattinson? You have to think he's got to be in the trilogy.
Yeah.
You got to put the Joker in there.
I would wait, maybe not the first time.
Carl fucking Tanner would be a good Joker.
I always wanted to see Hugo Strange too. I feel like
Christoph Waltz.
I don't know.
Well, you kind of have you have the idea of what Hugo Strange looks like in your
Yeah.
mind. Tall, the goggles.
So you're just trying to fucking flip everyone on their head.
Yeah, because Robert Pattinson's not your traditional Batman.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking you can go weird with it. You can get weird actors here.
That's always tough. You're always like,
Now, would you get a yoked Joker? I was gonna say Jacker.
I like the raggedy Joker,
Jacked.
like Heath Ledger's. I prefer like
Why are you laughing?
you said something funny.
No. I thought you were laughing at something else. I'm sorry.
Thought you was laughing about Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Fucking weird
'Cause
question.
He had a smile on his face when he said
You
it.
said something funny.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Jesus Christ! I won't laugh at your fucking stupid jokes anymore.
No, I thought you were laughing at Heath Ledger.
You
know.
Yeah.
you're a monster.
Okay, what about this? I don't know if people would hate this. Well, I feel like the Joker should be a bit older than Batman. But if you wanted to like match up their age, no, I'm not even gonna say who I have in my mind.
Go on.
No,
you have
I
to
can't
now.
say. No, I don't.
Every
'cause I
time
don't-
somebody says that,
Danny
you just-
DeVito.
Chalamet as the Joker,
Who?
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
It was in my mind, but I feel like he would look good in the makeup.
He could rock the shit. Out of
I don't
that.
know if he's got it
Like
in
a
him.
fresh
though.
ass purple suit, looking like he's about to steal your girl.
Yeah. Well, Heath Ledger was a good looking dude. They made him look
Yeah.
hideous under that makeup.
I
That was
do
the
like-
biggest complaint. It's like, oh, why are you casting this beautiful man as the Joker?
Well, I do like the. I don't like the paint. I like the comic version where it's like that's just how he looks because of the acid, right?
Yeah. Bleach
So,
skin.
Yeah, and like the natural like green hair and just fucked up smile or whatever.
I think Carl Tanner would be a good Joker. You bleach that man's skin?
The Joker, you need like, oh shit, you hear who's playing the Joker?
Yeah, but
I don't want Carl Tanner from Game of.
if he
Gin Alley.
kills it, then he becomes an A-lister.
True, but I feel like that's just from Warner Bros. Perspective too. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
look who we got to play the Joker.
Well, I think that's a mistake because Heath Ledger wasn't huge. I mean, he was kind of big.
Mm-hmm.
He was like a rom-com dude. So they took a risk there.
I think Joaquin Phoenix has been a great choice, but they just fucked it up with trying to make a solo movie and not really knowing what they wanted to do, because we clearly see a young Bruce Wayne in that trailer. So, and maybe he wanted to do a one-off anyway. So,
What about just bringing back Leto? Oh, you
he
want
does
OB?
get he did get a bad situation because
You want OB?
he was in the movies for fucking 9 minutes and it was a shit movie.
And I actually
I
liked him.
do think he could do a good job, but I think you can't bring him back. Everyone's just so soured on him.
Yeah, everybody hates him.
Yeah.
They hate him not even because he's the Joker. They just hate him for other stuff. All right, this question here from Mary Jane Holland at House Gaga.
Mary.
At Hertz. No, not at House Gaga. It's just at Hertz, though. It's 80. Whatever. Which Avengers character and which Game of Thrones character best defines you?
I don't know, like Rob Stark and Captain America.
For me?
No, that's,
Oh, okay.
that's a joke.
Well, we should do each other.
Okay.
So Nash, I could see Nash as a Hawkeye.
You've always said that.
He's the glue. He keeps the team together. No superpowers, but he's deadly. You know, he's a fucking marksman. And for Game of Thrones, I see Nash as like a Jory Castle, like a ride or die, you know?
Yeah.
So just both wild cards, basically.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give you somebody better than Jory, because that's kind of disrespectful. You don't know Jory Castle, right?
No.
I'm a big Jory Castle guy.
Well, I believe in
Actually,
you.
the
So
way
if
he
you
was in the
believe in that
brothel-
answer, then I'm all aboard. I'm
When
a
he's in
ride
the
or die.
brothel getting distracted, that's a Nash.
Yeah,
move,
yeah, and
What are you trying to say?
You know what I'm saying.
You know what it is, bitch.
I don't know.
and for you, for Game of Thrones, I would say you're like you're a Cersei.
I was just gonna say Aaron Cersei.
Yeah, you're a Cersei, but
How?
more book Cersei, early season Cersei. And for Avengers, you are I guess that has to be one of the main guys, right? You're like an Ant-Man.
Cersei does a weird. Cersei and Ant-Man. There's no correlation between the two.
No, it's because of the circumstance. Like if you were in Cersei's situation, you kind of act like Cersei. Like you'd be pissed off all the time. You'd be wanting to get back at everybody that's wrong to you. But then if you were like Ant-Man and somebody gave you the Ant-Man suit, you'd be like, "Oh, what's this? You know, I don't know how to work this thing." You know, right?
It is spot on.
Really, I'm still trying to.
And then who am I? Jon Snow, Captain America, right?
Yeah,
not Robb Stark. Yeah.
You are. I think we said this before. You're like. I think we did do this.
I think you guys said Littlefinger.
Who did I say?
For me?
Yeah.
That's a
No.
fucking honor. Yeah, I don't think I'm Littlefinger. I wouldn't even take that.
Yeah, that's too much. I don't know. Who really feels himself?
In both?
Now Nash is like. I feel like Nash is he's like an Endgame Hulk.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah, but not the genius physicist or whatever he is. Chemist. What does he do? He does science stuff.
And you're kind of like a Braun.
Yeah.
Hulk is
You were exactly where you needed to be. So
no,
you're basically calling me.
no, Braun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
He became
I'll give
king.
you Sansa.
True.
I think Sansa's a good one.
I'd take Sansa. Yeah.
I'll give you Sansa, and for Avengers,
Sansa's fucking nice at the end. You know?
Iron Man.
So you're basically giving me Littlefinger.
I don't think you're as evil as Littlefinger.
Oh, so you think I'm just prettier, the Littlefinger?
yeah.
Okay, I'll take that. Yeah. Thank
And
you.
Sansa's a
You
good,
got some nice
a
movies.
good person. I want to give you a villain like you gave me.
Yo, you do got some nice boobies. Thanks, Nash.
And for Avengers, I'd give you.
Iron Man.
That's too much.
He would never give me Iron Man.
No, on principle. Especially if you give me Ant-Man.
What about Nick Fury?
I don't think any of us are in that like kind of position.
He's the one that runs this show, though.
Because you would never. You're not gonna make the sacrifice. Yeah, you haven't reached that development yet. You gotta wait like 10 years, and then maybe.
I would 100% make the sacrifice. Are you kidding me? I always make sacrifices.
Yeah, but it's like picking me up. It's like you sacrificed in 2 minutes.
I sacrifice my jokes. When you steal my jokes, I don't call you out on it. Except for now.
That's like 10 years ago. At Man of
No,
Steel.
you did it on the podcast with the.
I repurposed it and made it better.
Stole my joke the other day, too.
You steal my jokes all the time. Someone
What
stole-
jokes?
I'm not gonna go back. I don't have a fucking.
Well, if you don't have one
You've
to tell.
done it. Just because it was so recent that you remember the joke that I stole from you.
Well,
I didn't steal it. I just made it better. It was a joke that we both came up with, so I have rights to it. That's kind of like we both worked that joke together.
Well, you're K and I'm Peel.
It's Key.
Key. Okay, whatever.
And I'm Iron Man.
Yeah, you're Iron Man.
That's a good ending.
Bucky.
Don't cut that out.